Shirley, the herb lady from Alaska. We're going to talk about roses and rose oil and rose hips, and a lot of history in there. I'll share with you the story about this lady that I met at an oil class. She was teaching it, and this one herb, that rose, is what made her start selling oils. She had a health place up in Anchorage that she sowed wheatgrass for years and years, but she was over in Hawaii and she was in depression, and she said she was in such deep depression. And so anyway, what happened was her friend sent her some rose oil, and she whiffed it once, twice, 3 times, smelling it. And she said she just came out of her depression just like that. And rose oil has got hertz on it. Remember I told you our brain is about 72 hertz? Well, rose oil is 350 hertz. And it took her up higher, more energy and more everything. And it worked out for her that she just thought the oils were the greatest thing she ever seen. Rose hips grows in Scotland's I was quite amazed with this. Rose hips is grown in Scotland is 10 times stronger than the ones that's grown in the British Isles. The northern climate produces rose hips with the greatest amount of vitamin C. The rose hip, when you process it soon after you pick them, but or either freeze them, but you pick them after the first frost, and that's when the vitamin C is the highest. If you pick them before the frost, the vitamin C is not very high, but it's the highest. And in Denmark, Norway, and Russia, and England, the tablets are made from the extract of the rose hips to help to keep the vitamin C. The most famous and expensive fragrance in the world is rose. It's an antiseptic, it's anti-inflammation. Rose is the highest price in the skincare. Rose acts as a cell regenerator. It literally takes your cells and regenerate them, and it moisturizes all the skin, beneficial for aging skin, slow healing wounds, scars, and prevents stretch marks. Rose oil is excellent for dry and inflammation skin, such as eczema. Rose oil is it's good to use it before radiation and after radiation therapy burns. It makes your skin quickly heal. Rose oil corrects your hormones imbalance. It has been used for estrogen support. It has its healing abilities. It helps to repair the heart, the digestive system, and the nervous system. Rose strengthens the gastric function, enhances the flow of the bowel, and cleans the tonic for the liver. Rose oil also regulates the heart rhythm and blood circulation, and for the eyes. Rose oil heals. In fact, it's got peace and love. It's uplifting. It stabilizes the nervous system. It's anti-depression. For conditions of the heart, disappointment. It's good for envy, grief, jealousy, shock. The Russians during the Second World War, the Russians reported that the women and the children collected large amounts of the fruit, the rose hips. The high school students alone in one season delivered 17 tons of rose hip berries because it helped to keep the men healthy when they had the rose hip. In the Middle Ages, roses was eaten for colds, coughs, for the lungs, and for the burning urine. The 13th century, in England, Russian bacon used roses as a drink. The California Indians used it there to treat colds. The essential oil, because of its powerful aroma, helps the nervous system. Many people recommend the oil in diseases of the uterus, of all kinds of female complaints. It's a tonic for the uterus. The Indians take the rose petal and use it for sore throats and enlarged tonsils. Each rose hip contains 10 mg's vitamin C. The rosehip is reported to contain 60 times the amount of vitamin C than the lemon. So it has 60 times more. 60 times more than the lemon. Rose oil is used for asthma, chronic bronchitis, herpes simplex, impotency, scar, skin disease, and wrinkles. Rose possess the highest frequency of the oils. It creates a sense of balance, harmony, and well-being, and elevates the mind. It creates a magnetic energy that attracts love and brings joy to the heart. Well, when that lady was teaching this, she had went to the same class that I went to when the doctor came in from the lower 48. He was up here $3. He's the one that does the makes the oils and everything at his big oil farm. And anyway, he was talking about this lady that she had studied about rose oil. And remember what it says? Rose possesses the highest frequency of oils. It creates a sense of balance, harmony, well-being, elevates the mind. It creates a magnetic energy that attracts love and brings joy to the heart. So she was talking about one of the stories that he told us, and the doctor was telling us about this woman. She was a farmer's wife, and they just, they've been married for years and years and years. But her husband, all he thought about was the farm. He got up, ate, went out, worked all day, and came back, ate, went to bed. And he did that every day, and he didn't pay no attention to her at all. And when she listened to about rose, she invested in a bottle of rose. And it's really, really, really small because it's really, really expensive, but it's worth every penny when you need it. And so she mixed it with she made a spray out of it, and she mixed it with some enzyme spray. And anyway, she sprayed it on the pillows. She sprayed it on his underwear. She for months and months, she kept on spraying it. One afternoon, he walked in, and after he had his lunch, he sat there. And she said, well, aren't you going to go out? And she said, no. He said, I'm not going to go out today. And then she seen that he had really sought the change. And then she found the change in him. And she said, the rose oil works. She said, it balances the harmony, well-being, elevates the mind, and it creates a magnetically energy that attracts love and brings joy to the heart. And she, with all her spraying that she did on the pillow and on his underwear, she got her attention. And so he told the story because the lady was so impressed, because she had went years and years and years without any attention from him. And then all once, she said it had to be the oil. He ate the same food he did, no extra herbs, and nothing extra, but it was the oil. And so what you do is when you start something, don't give up till you see the results. In the French, the rose being made from the French rose was always said to be superior than grown anywhere else. The French scientists have developed strains of roses that provides even better sense how it smells. In France, it is known for the perfume. Wait to collect the rosehip until at least the first frost, since the vitamin C raises considerably after the first frost. Refrigerate them when you get them home until you plan to process them. If you wish to dry them, put it in dehydrator, but do not take it above 115, or you kill your vitamin C. And be sure that the air circulates freely. Don't let them dry too slowly, or you lose the C, or don't let them get too hot, or you lose the C. Rose oil is strengthened for the gastral function of your bowels. It also is a cleansing tonic for the liver. It helps with the liver congestion. It helps with alcohol consumption, especially hangovers. It will help with a hangover. Rose oil also regulates heart rhythm and blood circulation. It cleanses the blood. It regulates blood pressure. It affects strengthen memory abilities, brain function, and reduce stress. I hope you have learned something about rose.